Y'all, this shit crazy. This is crazy. We watching this damn C-SPAN vote shit, and it's getting wild in here. So Cori Bush abstained from voting. Barbara Lee didn't abstain from voting, huh?
Salazar just abstained from voting. Maria
Salazar?
Elvira Salazar just abstained.
Salazar's she's a dip? Yeah. So Maria Salazar, who's actually a neoliberal,
Rashida's committed to leave. Should be
just abstained. And y'all favorite girl, AOC, abstained. Now, AOC probably abstained, to be honest with you, because you just saw what Cori Bush, all the love Cori Bush has been getting, like, nonstop. Everybody's been showing Cori Bush love because she was the first one out of the squad to vote against it. Jamal Bowman is getting dragged right now all over Twitter. So AOC is actually starting to, learn her lesson a little bit. She go on Twitter, then, reads the room, and then makes a decision. Good. Start doing that more often, and maybe you'll start getting some issues right. But what does this really mean? Right? Because if we see Salazar, who is absolutely a neoliberal, at best a neo-progressive, Barbara Lee, who I would consider more progressive than most, you see Cori Bush abstain, what does this actually mean? Well, once again, like I said in my last video, I'd like to point back to you. Hakeem Jeffries, if you get a chance to go watch his speech, kissing Nancy Pelosi. They literally gave a speech to say that I will be endorsing Nancy Pelosi. Meanwhile, a Democrat named Connor Lamb from Pennsylvania votes for Hakeem Jeffries as Nancy Pelosi is hurting right now for votes. For Hakeem Jeffries specifically. Some random guy. No, okay, cool. Maybe I had a big deal. Except for then, another Democrat, specifically from New Jersey, from the exact same state Hakeem Jeffries is from, also abstained, a Democrat. And Pelosi does not look like she's about to actually win the requisite number of votes to be speaker. Like right now. She's closed the gap. It's 158 to 153. But it's not, what's that? 312? Right? No, 314. Yeah, 314 people have voted already. And you needed 218, but a lot of people have abstained, so that's down a bit. But I don't think she's gonna get the requisite number of votes, y'all. I don't think she's gonna get the requisite number of votes. And if that happens, well, you gotta put someone else up, don't you? So for Barbara Lee, former chairwoman of the Black Caucus, which Hakeem Jeffries is, always going to for help. You got Cori Bush, who I think she probably did it for her own reasons. AOC, though. AOC doesn't do anything to hurt Mama Bear. In fact, if you all recall, she was actually very clear that she was going to vote for Nancy Pelosi. She said she was going to vote for Nancy Pelosi. Like, why would you? Because once again, she didn't make this decision. She did not decide to abstain like 3 weeks ago. She wasn't even pretending to be mulling it over. She was like, no, I have to vote for Speaker Pelosi. I feel like we have to. And all of a sudden, she's like, JK. So once again, it's either one of two things. She saw the love Cori Bush got, simultaneously all the hate Jamal Bowman got. Like, because as soon as Cori Bush did that, Twitter just blew up. Or the third option, Hakeem Jeffries, or potentially Barbara Lee. That's also another thing. But honestly, I think it could be Hakeem Jeffries. I honestly feel like it's because Barbara Lee is not trustworthy enough by the establishment standards. Right? She's not, like, y'all know, Barbara Lee has like one of the most anti-war records in all of Congress right now. So it's probably Hakeem Jeffries. That's why he was kissing Pelosi's ass in the beginning. That's why literally Pelosi's still scrambling for votes right now. That's why McCarthy has a little lead, but you keep seeing abstentions. Like there was an abstention from another congressman in Hakeem Jeffries' state of New Jersey. That is a Democrat. They know they need votes right now. They need the votes, bro. And yet you got congressmen in Hakeem Jeffries' district abstaining from voting for Pelosi after Hakeem Jeffries personally just kissed her ass. Yeah. I mean, I don't like Hakeem Jeffries, but I ain't gonna lie. If I get to see Nancy Pelosi have a coup committed right underneath her nose without knowing it this entire time, I think that shows that Pelosi isn't as powerful, at the bare minimum, isn't as powerful as she used to be. At least in the eyes of her Democrat compatriots. It's looking real bleak right now for her. So, but don't get it twisted though. Even if AOC saw Cori Bush get praised and that's why she abstained, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a great thing. She needs to start doing it more. If you see people do the right thing, copy them, AOC. We know you don't have a mind of your own, and that's fine, but like, just copy the people who are doing the right thing. But I know damn well you better be tweeting at Cori Bush for the next 2 weeks for showing you what courage can do. And she better be at 1 million damn followers or 2 million, 3 million followers, whatever, in the next 2 weeks, because otherwise we know how you would act. We already know what time it is. But it's a good thing. And guess what, AOC? You will get praised more. You will get love. You will get adoration. I know you love those things. Just do the right thing. Nobody's expecting you to save the world. Just do the right thing. Leave by the example that you said you should leave by. Okay? I see a lot of people saying that she watches Jimmy, and oh yeah, she got caught deleting some shit. She was trying to smear Jimmy again earlier. She got caught deleting some shit. So clearly, and you knew Jimmy's been going off over the last couple of days, rightfully so. And she knew because it was a win at that point when she voted for Nancy Pelosi, that Jimmy was gonna let her have it. And we was all about to remind everybody exactly who AOC is. AOC decided to prove us wrong. Great. We were wrong about you. I mean, actually, I don't know if we were wrong about it because you said you were going to vote for Nancy Pelosi, so I'm not sure if that counts. Like, you told everybody you were voting for Nancy Pelosi. You would argue against people suggesting otherwise, so I won't say we were wrong, rather we were misled. We weren't misquoting you. You said that. But either way, continue to prove us wrong. Continue to do the right thing. And maybe you can get back into progressive's great graces. It's not a bad thing that politicians... By the way, just really quick, remember how it was such a foregone conclusion that Pelosi was going to win? It's not right now. Even if she does, it didn't end up how they were pitching it, right? It was no matter what, Nancy Pelosi is going to win. That's how the Democrats were pitching it. That was their excuse to not support Pelosi, or to not support Forced to Vote, because no matter what, Pelosi wins. It's crazy what a public campaign like Forced to Vote and all of the auxiliary shit that came with it can do to influence the votes of people who otherwise would have just gave their vote to Pelosi. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like it's more important to form movements than to expect politicians to not be politicians. Politicians will be politicians, which means they put a finger right in the wind. And they'll try to control where the wind goes at first, but eventually they realize, okay, this ain't one of them winds. This is a hurricane. We just gonna have to get out of the way before the hurricane sweeps us up and we up out of office. This is huge. This is huge. And you gotta, like, it's one, we don't know which one it is yet. But if this, we don't know, bro. We just don't know. And we don't know, and we're gonna find out. And this is crazy. Because if Hakeem Jeffries, lame ass, is able to commit a coup, like, to be frank, I can't believe a black man was able to get away with, if he gets away with it, I can't believe a black man in Washington, D.C. was able to get away with some shit like this. That wasn't named Barack Obama. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty crazy. But, like, Hakeem Jeffries is much easier to put on a stick, y'all. Y'all know that. He's much easier for us to put on a string. Because he is obsessive over his brand. Like, obsessive over his damn brand. That is, I believe, not for altruistic reasons, but I believe we have a better chance of getting Medicare for all on the floor for a vote under Hakeem Jeffries than Nancy Pelosi. Because he will want to set a standard coming in that he can be trustworthy and to not have, especially the new people of color who are coming in. Because Cori Bush, she only like she pledging loyalty to nobody but her damn constituency so far. And if Cori Bush catches fire in the way that she should, and they keep adding people to that roster, like that's more like Cori Bush, less like Jamal Bowman or AOC. Like, this could be a problem for Hakeem Jeffries if he comes out the gate denying Medicare for all a vote in the middle of a pandemic. So this is huge. Mitch, thank you very much for the super chat. Guaido is shedding one tear somewhere right now. Also looks like a nice way for progressives to compromise with Jeffries. Oh, see, Mitch be on it, man. Look, Mitch always does this. He gives a super chat and he like preempts exactly what I'm gonna say. Could he actually be more powerful because he will ride the ID Paul wave of the Biden cabinet? I wouldn't say he could be more powerful because of that. He could end up being more powerful because he could give progressives just enough that anytime we want to argue against his, him being propagated as a leftist or people want to protect him from a potential progressive challenger from the left, they're going to go back potentially and be like, well, no, he gave us Medicare for all. He can't be that bad. He got out Nancy Pelosi. He can't be that bad. Well, Barbara Lee supports him, so he can't be that bad. He will do just enough to keep people placated. That's basically the biggest fear that I have of Hakeem Jeffries. It's very similar to AOC, actually. But AOC hasn't done anything whatsoever. So for Hakeem Jeffries, like I said, for Hakeem to do this, if he actually gets away with it, it's a good thing for progressives. We don't have to deal with Pelosi anymore. She's done at that point. It's a good thing for Shahid, because that would officially mean that Pelosi's no longer untouchable. That's what that would mean also. So, because somebody's donor approved all this, by the way. And don't just commit coups like that unless somebody's donor approved of it. But also, Hakeem Jeffries has to set a standard immediately in the conversation that we're having, thanks to Jimmy Dore. Gotta give that man credit where credit is due here. Thanks to Jimmy Dore, we are now having a nationwide, international, really, conversation about a lack of health care in this country. And that's the first thing Hakeem Jeffries would have to deal with if he became Speaker of the House, because of that. And these votes are likely being swayed by a number of factors, one of them being the force to vote effort, although people can't really say that. You can't really say that because you might get shredded. But if you just don't show up and, oh, wow, surprise, surprise, you didn't win, it's a whole different thing. And I guarantee you, if Hakeem Jeffries is the new nominee, I can almost guarantee you that all of a sudden those abstentions maybe save Cori Bush, because she don't think she knows him well enough to make a decision on that side yet. But those abstentions, I think, might start looking a little bit more Democratic.
It's only one.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but she has to win way more.
I know, but still.
It's Nancy Pelosi's closed the gap to 158 to 160. Oh, okay, so that's 2. I know how to do math, guys. Don't make fun of me.
No, he just got 160.
Yeah, I know. I was changing 160. Oh, look at ya. So, whoo, bro, that's crazy. So this has just been a wild day. It's been a wild day. If Pelosi loses today, y'all, I'm gonna go in tomorrow with so much hope for Assange and his hearing tomorrow. Look, if Pelosi loses today, y'all. Oh, jeez. How bad does Bowman look right now? Really bad. And so did Jamal. Hey, it's funny because it's almost like the squad didn't tell him. They didn't communicate. Omar voted for Pelosi because Pelosi got her the House whip position, or the progressive whip position. So, it's bad. She's looking bad too, because it's quid pro quo, clearly, because you're kind of really detracting from the rest of the original squad members so far. So, Swalwell's missing. Oh, they said McCarthy went back up by 5.
No, we're watching live.
Yeah, but it's internet, so, always a little bit of a lag on the internet. Yo, this is crazy. But if we, I cannot stress enough how much beating Pelosi is like. There's no one in the House right now who could replace Pelosi that would be as powerful as her. That alone is a net gain. And once again, the conversation right now is Medicare for all. It's right now, somebody just said, it's 173, 168 McCarthy. Tlaib voted Pelosi. So the two that I expected to vote to abstain ended up voting for her. That's wild. I can't believe Rashida did something that I just had to praise AOC for not doing. Ugh. I'll wipe that shit off. Damn. That's crazy. It's sad. It really is. But she made it. But also, she didn't. She said she was voting for Pelosi. That's why, like, AOC kind of looks like an opportunist right now. So, because like AOC was arguing with people because of her decision to vote for Pelosi.
Yeah.
And what's even worse about all of this is that if you were going to abstain from voting for Pelosi anyway, then why not force the vote, you dumb-ass politician? Oh, my God. So you took all this heat and lost credibility for no reason? If you were going to abstain anyway, the roll call's over. Emma McCarthy won?
I have to turn the volume up. I'm so sorry.
Hey, we're going to be right back. We're going to figure out what's going on. We got, give me like 5 minutes. We're going to figure out what happened. Oh, God. It's getting crazy.
McCarthy.